AutomationEdge is building delightful workplace experiences. You can quickly map your business or IT processes to AutomationEdge workflows with its innumerable pre-built actions or steps. We are into a series of videos for Amazon EC2 Cloud Cost Control. In the introductory video, we saw optimization is an important aspect of cost control. In this video, I will display an Amazon EC2 optimization automation workflow for modifying VM attributes, in particular VM resizing on Amazon EC2 to optimize your resource consumption. First, let us discuss the scope of the automation workflow I have built. In the workflow for VM resizing on AWS EC2, I first need to provide runtime parameters, instance ID, and the new instance type I wish to apply to it. Based on the instance ID, the workflow gets all the instance properties in an XML file. It uses the ready action modify instance attributes to get the instance properties. I then stop the instance so that I can modify the instance attributes, in this case the instance type, and then I start the instance again. This is the flow I have captured for VM or instance resizing on EC2. You can modify the flow as per your optimization needs. Now let me show you the workflow in AutomationEdge Process Studio. I'm in Process Studio and we are looking at VM resizing on AWS EC2. It consists of parent-child workflows. You can see the parent workflow on the canvas on the right. In the parent workflow, we provide the parameters for instance ID to modify and the new instance type to apply. We then go to the child workflow. In the child workflow, we use the ready action to get instance properties. As you can see on the left navigator pane, you can simply drag and drop it on the canvas. We store all the properties of the instance in an XML file. Now let us go to the child workflow to stop instance. So in the child workflow, it again makes sure that the instance is stopped. If it is stopped, then it modifies the instance. Otherwise, it stops the instance again and checks the instance properties again. So once it is stopped, we go to the child workflow to modify the instance attributes. In this case, it uses the ready action modify instance attributes. You can also see it on the left navigator pane. You can see you can provide the attributes to change. In this case, we are changing the instance type and we start the instance again. So this completes the description of the workflow in Process Studio. I have published the workflow on the AutomationEdge server. Now for the demo, let us go to the AutomationEdge UI portal and execute the workflow. Log into the AutomationEdge portal, navigate to the catalog menu, locate the VM resizing on AWS request, provide the instance ID of the VM you wish to resize. For instance type, let us go to the AWS console. As you can see, for the instance ID, the current instance type is small. I wish to optimize resources and change the instance type to t2.micro. So let me go back to the AutomationEdge portal and provide the instance type as t2.micro. Let me submit the request, note the request ID, and in the requests menu, the execution has started. Let us go back to the AWS console. As you can see, the instance state is stopping. The AutomationEdge workflow will read all the instance properties in an XML file. And if the instance is not in stopped state, it will stop the instance. Now you can see it has changed the instance type to t2.micro and the instance state is pending. So once it applies the changes, it will restart the instance. Now you can see the instance state is running and it has initialized the status check. Meanwhile, let us check the request status. Let us refresh. So the workflow is complete. You can refresh on the AWS console. You can now see the status check is passed and complete. This was a video in the Amazon EC2 Cloud Cost Control series. In this video, we discussed a workflow for EC2 optimization. We managed our instance with optimization. In particular, we saw the workflow for EC2 instance or VM resizing. You can jumpstart your digital transformation journey with AutomationEdge. You can use the AutomationEdge platform effectively for Amazon EC2 Cloud Cost Control.